Do you ever feel like you're wading through mud just to get through your to-do list? You stare at your screen, knowing you should be working, but you just can't summon the energy. You tell yourself you're lazy, unmotivated, that you're failing. What if I told you that's not the truth? What if the real problem isn't your character, but a condition called burnout? Burnout is more than just feeling tired. It's a state of complete emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged stress. It feels like running a marathon with no finish line in sight. You might experience a deep sense of cynicism about your work, feel detached from everything, and doubt your own abilities. Sound familiar? You are definitely not alone. Millions of people are going through this right now, often suffering in silence because they blame themselves. So let's bust this myth once and for all. Laziness is a choice. It's choosing to lounge on the sofa instead of doing the dishes. Burnout is not a choice. It's your body and mind's emergency brake, screaming at you to stop before you cause serious damage. The key difference is desire. A lazy person often doesn't want to do the task. A burned out person desperately wants to, but simply can't find the physical or mental resources to do it. That feeling of wanting to be productive but being unable to is the hallmark of burnout. Where does this come from? It's often a perfect storm of factors. A high-pressure job with long hours, a lack of support from your boss or colleagues, feeling like you have no control over your work, or a work-life balance that's completely out of whack. It can also stem from your personal life, caring for a family member, financial stress, or just the relentless pressure to always be on in our hyper-connected world. Our culture often glorifies the hustle, making us feel guilty for resting. But humans aren't machines. We need downtime to recharge. Pushing past your limits constantly doesn't lead to success. It leads straight to burnout. The good news is you can recover. But it's not about just trying harder. In fact, that's the worst thing you can do. The first and most crucial step is to acknowledge it. Say it out loud. I am burned out, and it's not my fault. This validation is incredibly powerful. It shifts your perspective from self-blame to problem-solving. You're no longer fighting against yourself. You're working to heal yourself. So, what are the practical steps you can take right now? Let's start with the basics, what I call the recovery trio: rest, refuel, and reconnect. First, rest, and I mean real rest. Not just scrolling through your phone in bed. This means prioritizing sleep, aiming for 7 to 9 hours a night. It might mean taking a day off work, even if you feel guilty about it. Remember, that guilt is a symptom of the hustle culture we're trying to escape. Your health is more important than one day's productivity. Practice active rest during your day. This could be a 15-minute walk without your phone, a few minutes of deep breathing, or simply staring out a window. Disconnect from the constant stream of information and give your brain a break. Second, refuel. Your body has been running on empty. You need to give it good fuel. This isn't about a perfect diet, but about nourishing your body. Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating regular meals with a good mix of protein, carbs, and healthy fats? When we're stressed, we often reach for sugary, processed foods for a quick energy spike. But this leads to a crash later, making things worse. Think of food as medicine for your exhausted body. Similarly, gentle movement can be incredibly restorative. I'm not talking about an intense gym session. A slow walk, some gentle stretching, or yoga can help release physical tension and boost your mood without depleting your limited energy reserves. Third, reconnect. Burnout makes us want to isolate ourselves. We feel like a burden, or we just don't have the energy to socialize. You need to fight this urge. Reconnect with people who lift you up and make you feel good. Call a friend you trust, have a quiet dinner with your partner, or spend quality time with family. But here's the important part. Reconnect with yourself. What did you used to enjoy before you got so burned out? Was it reading, painting, playing an instrument, hiking? Try to reintroduce a small piece of that joy back into your life, even for just 10 minutes a day. This helps you remember who you are outside of your work and your exhaustion. Now, let's talk about setting boundaries. This is non-negotiable for burnout recovery. Boundaries are the rules you set for how others can treat you and how you engage with the world. At work, this might mean saying no to extra projects when your plate is already full. It might mean not checking your work email after 6 p.m. It might mean blocking off your lunch break in your calendar and actually taking it away from your desk. It feels scary at first, but setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. It teaches others how to treat you and, more importantly, it reinforces to yourself that your well-being matters. If your burnout is severe, or if these steps feel impossible, please consider seeking professional help. A therapist or a counselor can provide you with tailored strategies, help you identify the root causes of your stress, and offer a safe space to process your feelings. There's absolutely no shame in asking for help. It's a sign of strength. Reaching out is one of the bravest and best things you can do for your long-term health and happiness. Remember, mental health is health. Let's recap the path to recovery. First, acknowledge the burnout and release the self-blame. Second, focus on the recovery trio: genuine rest, proper refueling of your body, and reconnecting with supportive people and your own joys. Third, start setting firm boundaries to protect your time and energy. And finally, don't be afraid to seek professional support if you need it. Recovering from burnout is a journey, not a quick fix. There will be good days and bad days. Be kind to yourself through the process. Celebrate the small wins, like taking a full lunch break or getting a good night's sleep. You are unlearning patterns that may have been with you for years. It takes time. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are a human being who has pushed themselves too hard for too long. Now is the time to be gentle, to heal, and to build a more sustainable and joyful way of living. You deserve to feel good again. Thanks so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on mental health and well-being. Take care of yourself.